Welcome back to Today in Geek. I'm Ant.
I'm Bosko.
And today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, something that I grew up with. I'm pretty excited to talk about it. Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters! Since there's a new movie coming out, I'm sure all of you are saying, it's ruining my childhood. Let's talk about why Ghostbusters was awesome to begin with and why a new movie isn't going to change anything because it's all still here.
Oh, it's you. Okay, but I didn't know you had your license.
What do we have? 2 movies and another upcoming. How many video games were there?
16 video games.
16 different video games. We're going to take a look over those. There's also, an animated series?
There's an animated series. There's also a comic book talking about that animated series. Also other comic books. They came out with toys, mugs.
Memorabilia of all kinds.
Geez, Ecto Cooler. Thank you, resellers. We couldn't have any on screen today because they're going for $300, I think I saw on there. So that's a little bit ridiculous. So I'm not drinking Ecto Cooler out of this. I'm sorry.
I really love the original Ghostbusters, released in 1984. The second Ghostbusters came out in 1989. I believe both movies were products of their time. The original Ghostbusters had a good lineup from Saturday Night Live, a lot of good ad-lib comedians.
According to this morning's sample, it would be a Twinkie 35 feet long, weighing approximately 600 pounds.
That's a big Twinkie. Tell him about the Twinkie.
What about the Twinkie?
Oh, definitely. Bill fucking Murray. Come on.
Yeah.
The man emanates comedy.
No job is too big, no fee is too big.
And to have him in a role which was originally meant for John Belushi, I think fit very well into that.
I agree. I think, in fact, in early parts of production, they were trying to get Eddie Murphy to take the part
of Winston Zeddemore.
Monster and the Theory of Atlantis.
If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say.
The seriousness of Ernie Hudson in that really helped the Winston Zeddemore character really round out the bunch between, the egghead Egon, the complete, child who's Ray.
He's the heart.
The heart. The goofball, Peter.
Ray, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes!
I kind of felt that in the first movie, the characters really rounded out their roles a good bit for what they were. The overall feel of the second movie had like Venkman's attitude. Like, it was kind of campy and kind of goofy, but I think Egon came into his own. I mean, the Do, Ray, Egon.
Yep, that was good. Ecto 1 is probably the most epic and coolest movie car that there is. I happen to own quite a few of the models of it in different forms.
Shiny.
Yeah, it's they took an old junk car because Ray didn't really know what he was doing. He's a child just like all of us, so he's got a cool car.
Need some suspension work.
And shocks and brakes, brake pads, lining, steering box, transmission, rear end.
How much? Only 4,800.
I felt that in the spirit of the old Ecto one, which I believe was like a 50s hearse.
Or ambulance.
Ambulance, yeah. Now they're doing a Cadillac hearse.
You didn't disclose that the vehicle was going to be a hearse.
It's a Cadillac!
They had awesome antagonists in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
The first one, you have...
Gozer. I thought Gozer was a man. It's whatever it wants to be.
Gozer, which was a fictional entity that was created, I believe. They fabricated some sort of mythology with the Hittites and whatnot, but good storytelling
they threw it in there. They had the great, stone gargoyle dogs that attacked people. Oh, there's a bear in the apartment.
There's a bear loose in my apartment, help!
Yeah, it was great, hilarious. Running after Rick Moranis.
Nice doggy, you little pooch. Maybe I got a milk
Bone, I think, was part of it. I love it. The other part was Vigo, the Carpathian.
Scourge.
The sorrow of Moldavia.
Sorrows, I've heard all of this, yes.
Command you.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is quite the staple.
Not just a food staple. He was based off of Stay Puft marshmallows that they used in the movie. So eggs cooked, there's the Stay Puft, a little bit of foreshadowing, and then, of course, Ray.
Empty your hands, don't think of anything. We've only got one shot at this.
The choice is made.
Whoa!
Being the child that he is thinking of...
We used to roast Stay Puft marshmallows by the fire at Camp Wakanda.
Ray has gone bye-bye, Egon.
roasting marshmallows by the fire, and all of a sudden there's Mr. Stay Puft. All happy to see everybody.
So one of the first games that came out was shortly after the movie in 1984. This video game is not really worth playing. It was kind of thrown together. It feels kind of sloppy. It's not very fun. You can find it on various old PC formats, and I think there's a variation on the NES, and then there's another variation on the Genesis.
Yeah, I had the one for NES. It was pretty awful. I had to put it down and just kind of kept the cartridge to look at because the game was so bad.
Yeah. Nice collector's item.
Right. The second one that came out, Ghostbusters 2, was great, especially at the end when you could be Statue of Liberty, walking through the water, blasting all the ghosts with it. That was pretty epic.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
What other games were there?
There was The Real Ghostbusters video game released for arcades that actually wasn't too bad. You could have 2 or 3 players, and you kind of run around the screen, do a little bit of damage to all the ghosts around you. It was kind of a just run through this landscape and destroy all the things, collect all the ghosts, get all the points, and get to the end of the level. Only 10 levels.
Yeah, it was based off the animated series, The Real Ghostbusters, too. So that really had a lot of things stem off of it, including having the original voice actor for Garfield played Peter Venkman.
Nice one, Egon. I think you took out most of Bayonne with that one. Would you like to try for the Bronx this time?
That's kind of funny.
It is, considering that later on Bill Murray played Garfield, so it's just a circle that kept on going forever. Thanks again for joining us at Today in Geek, and till next time, cheers, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow on the link below, and we'll see you next time here on Today in Geek.